Hi, I'm Lieutenant Larry Carmichael, Social Services Officer for the Salvation Army here in Sacramento, and today I'm joined with
Marta Minjares, Social Service Worker of the Sacramento area.
So today we're here at the Family Services Warehouse for the Salvation Army. It's located in North Highlands. This location serves our broader community with food, rental assistance, utility assistance, eviction avoidance, and a spirit of other things. But why are we live? We're live today because in 2 weeks, it is the big day of giving. May 6th kicks off that one-day spirited race for nonprofits to come together, raise as much money as possible to serve this community. But you don't have to wait till May 6th. Giving starts today. Giving starts today. You can go to bigdaysac.org and make your donation, and then share that you've given and challenge your friends and family members to do the same. Our goal this year is $250,000, so that's $250,000 in one day. So we need your gifts. We need you to go online today, give your donation, and share with others. So why are we doing this? Why are we doing a Facebook Live? Why are we doing this fundraiser? Well, the need is great. The need is great here in Sacramento. Across our 7 sites, which provide low-cost preschool, sports camps, after-school programs, music and arts lessons, food, rent and utility assistance, job training, emergency shelter for those experiencing homelessness, sober living in our downtown area, transitional living for families, which, Marta, you're a part of, and the list goes on of how the Salvation Army helps. But we need the donations to do that. The Salvation Army relies on the donation of not just money, but also of time, great volunteers. And that's what the Big Day of Giving is about. Being able to bring our community together for fundraising, but also to bring attention to the good that's happening and invite others to participate. Now, Marta, you shared that you're a social worker here in the Sacramento area. And so share with me what that means. You're over at our E. Claire Rayleigh campus, but tell me about your day-to-day job and work there.
Okay, so day-to-day duties for me would be managing my clients' cases, whether that's meeting with them one-on-one, providing them with job opportunities, resources for permanent housing, parenting classes, resources for the children. We have an after-school program for the children, or whether that's simply just getting to know them on a more personal level.
So your day-to-day work is getting to know them at the individual level, at the family level, and then connecting them to other community resources and then our own resources to help them move towards self-sustainability and independence, right?
Correct.
What does that type of work do for you? Do you find it personally rewarding and motivating?
It's very self-empowering. I know a lot of people that come into our program at E. Claire Rayleigh, they're uninformed simply on these resources and where to find them, how to go about them. A lot of them are scared. They need that extra motivation. A lot of them have something as simple as cleaning, something we might find that simple. They're just simply unaware about it. So that's my job to go and to support them. No matter how big, how small, that's my job, to support them in every aspect in their life.
So it literally could be that you're helping them learn how to keep a clean house so that they have a better environment to transform their personal lives and their personal feelings towards themselves, right?
Yeah, and it can range from, like we said, cleaning to resume, updating the resume. A lot of my clients really haven't updated a resume in about 8 years. Something to us, something that's shocking, but to them is very life-changing, and that's very rewarding.
That's awesome. Now, your journey with the Salvation Army did not start with your current position, did it?
No, definitely not.
So share with us, where did your journey begin?
So I was a member of the youth ministry at Sacramento Citadel. That was back in 2012. So, eventually I started volunteering at the Sacramento Citadel after-school program. I needed community service hours. That's generally how it started.
Yeah.
My corps officers, they worked with me, and, we formed a schedule. Eventually, I was old enough to seek employment there, so I started working at the after-school program.
Okay.
And that, to me, that was an accomplishment because I started off volunteering, and that wasn't planned at all. Eventually I relocated, so that was no longer my position, but I did move back to Sacramento. So then I, continued that. Unfortunately, we did have the quarantine last March, but then I transferred to a different department.
Yeah.
Which was the warehouse here, and there I was making food boxes, distributing food boxes, talking to clients that drove through our warehouse, praying with clients, meeting new coworkers, all types of stuff.
Yeah. So you started on the Alhambra campus with our after-school program there, and also in the youth ministry there.
Right.
Those are great touch points, great ways to help build community, and I'm glad that you got to be part of that journey. You ended up for over 5 years, with one little break, being part of that team, and then last March, pandemic hit, quarantine happened, toilet paper flew out of stores,
Right.
And all of a sudden, people needed help. They needed
Right.
food. And we're so grateful to you for being willing to pivot from our after-school program to a warehouse environment. Share with me, what did it feel like in those first days as you're standing in a warehouse, literally pushing a box forward?
Okay, honestly, it was not what I wanted to do,
Yeah.
but I knew it had to be done.
Yeah.
And to me, that was the rewarding thing. Like, yes, I'm putting together a food box, I'm standing on my feet 8 hours a day, but the first 3 days, by the fourth day, I was enjoying it. I was coming in by 7 a.m. with a smile, meeting my new coworker,
Yeah.
Even though I knew it was temporary, the lines, you saw them down the street, around the corner, at the stoplight. But it's just very rewarding when the clients come in the warehouse in their car, and some of them crying sometimes, some of them scared, don't want to roll down their window, understandable.
Yeah.
A lot of them just very grateful, and you can see the gratitude. Some of them will pray with us. I love that. The others don't want to speak at all. I love that as well. It's just
meeting them where they are and how
Right.
where they're at in that moment.
Right,
Yeah.
providing them with those resources that they're unable to access themselves. That's why we're here.
Awesome. Now, you were part of the warehouse team through the height of the pandemic, where we were literally serving 1,100% more families, individuals, over 109,000 just last year here from this facility. But then you pivoted with us again. So you started at the Alhambra campus, you were in the after-school program, you were in the warehouse, then you went back to help run a day camp.
Yeah, so we had a summer camp that was about a month and a half.
Helping give some childcare to children of first responders and essential workers, and then you came back yet again. And when you returned, you were helping us with Christmas.
Right.
What did that look like?
That was a lot of pressure. Honestly, it was because we had there's no way we could not provide these children with the Christmas that they deserved, simply. And it was very stressful coming in, like we have to, it's all virtual.
Right.
This is the first year it's been done virtual. So a lot of parents, grandparents did not know how to apply online. They're calling us and they can't describe to us what they're seeing on the screen. Something as simple as that, So then that's when we would go out the way and let me help you. Let me just fill the application out for yourself.
Right.
Sometimes it would get frustrating because it's hard to communicate over the phone or to do things virtually. But in this day and age, that's what we're looking at.
Yeah.
So we made it work successfully.
Awesome. And with COVID, it really became the necessity, right?
Right.
And as we think back to October, November, December of last year, the spread was significant in our community. Matter of fact, we even ended up in another lockdown during that time period.
Right.
And so the ability to go virtual, but also the ability to meet their need via the phone and fill out those applications, I'm sure that was certainly stressful. But I also know that it was probably rewarding. I know that on some of the calls that I took, people literally cried as we were being able to help them. And now you were out at Cal Expo for our distribution day as well.
Right.
Anything to share about that?
That was the end of it. So me and my coworker, Charlene, it was just two of us working towards those applications. We were very stressed out through the entire process. But the day of distribution, we were at the front end, where we scanned their tickets And like I said, it was very rewarding. I almost got emotional seeing all the cars, like, again, being on my feet all day. But that was like the icing on the cake.
Yeah. Well,
like, here's all the hard work.
Yeah. And I'm sure you remember that we actually had the issue that traffic was backing up onto Business 80.
Yeah,
and that you guys did an awesome job at getting people through. Now, if you're just joining us, I'm Lieutenant Larry Carmichael, Social Services Officer here in Sacramento County. And with me is
Marta Minjares, Social Service Worker of Sacramento.
And we're standing at the Family Services Warehouse in North Highlands, which serves a multitude of purposes: rental assistance, utility assistance, eviction avoidance, hotel vouchers, and food. But it also serves as the heartbeat of our Christmas program. This is where applications get processed. This is where toys live and exist before moving out to Cal Expo to prepare for families. And so that's part of why we're here today, is to tell the story of this building, but the story of the Salvation Army here in the community, to ask for your help to continue on that story. And I also want to share what Christmas looked like for the Salvation Army this past year in the heart of the pandemic. Take a watch. We actually took on an additional 2,000 kids to make sure Christmas happened for them. We've been doing this for decades, but behind me is the result of great increase in need.
Hi. Picking up toys for my 3 boys. This is more than I can ask for. I appreciate everybody here. It just warms my heart.
Salvation Army here in Sacramento, in a normal year, will help 1 out of every 48 Sacramentans at some point in the year. In 2020, we've helped 1 out of 15 Sacramentans. I'm so grateful to the team, I'm so grateful to the volunteers, I'm so grateful to the Marines. None of it would be possible without them.
We only have 12 of us here for the Marine Corps, and we cover all of Sacramento County, so we figured jointly we could do better and cover more area and be able to bless more kids this year.
I feel very honored to be able to be a part of giving back to the community.
It's definitely very humbling to see, you can have hard times and get help from other people, but also you can come back from those hard times and be part of giving back.
The reality is that the Salvation Army is an army of volunteers, an army that gets to play the middleman in between the community, finding those that have need and partnering with those that are able to help.
I try to teach my kids that, there's amazing people who want to help, and they are provided by people who care, and ultimately I want them to know that that's the meaning of Christmas.
Just coming in here, packing the toys, going to do toy buys, and just seeing the looks on the families' faces, and it's an amazing thing.
Truly, I can't do what I do without all of them. Thank you for joining us in doing the most good. Now, we're back here at the warehouse, and behind me is a Costco-style refrigerator. One of the things that has happened during the pandemic is that we needed to grow our capacity. We found ourselves literally helping 10 times the amount of families here in Sacramento as before the pandemic struck. And so, through the gift of generous donors, we were able to expand our refrigeration capacity in this giant Costco-style refrigerator that holds literally the same equivalent as a 53-foot semi-trailer of food. And so we're so grateful for this tool to help meet our community. And Marta, what's behind you?
Yeah, so I have this forklift that we were able to acquire through our partnership with SMUD and the local Sacramento Food Bank.
Yeah, we're grateful to SMUD. They bought one of them. We ended up with getting two. So SMUD bought one of them. Sacramento Food Bank and Family Services helped us buy the other. And those partnerships, those links together is what allows us to meet the need, build our capacity, and care for our community. And so, it takes a community to care for a community.
Yes, it does.
And we're grateful that our capacity has been able to increase because of partnership, because of donors, because of the ability to work together, right? Now, how can you help? The Big Day of Giving is coming up, and so how can you help? Well, first of all, you can go online right now to bigdaysac.org and make your donation. You can also tell your friends and family about the Salvation Army. You can share this live segment on social media. You can post about the Salvation Army on social media. You can share the I donated image on social media after you give, and challenge others to give as well. You can like and follow this Facebook page or this YouTube page, and turn on the notifications so that you see when we're live again next. The Big Day of Giving, we need to raise the $250,000 to continue meeting human need here in Sacramento, and we need your help to do it. So go online now, bigdaysac.org, make a donation in between now and May 6th, and we're counting on you. We're counting on you. So, moving forward, from this Thursday, from today and next Thursday, and then May 6th itself, we will have a number of live segments sharing about the Salvation Army and our work this past year. We'd ask for you to join us for those lives. Next Thursday, 11 o'clock, we're going to be touring our Center of Hope Emergency Shelter and learning what's happening over there and how we've continued to help people find sustainable housing in the midst of the pandemic. And then on the Big Day of Giving itself, we're going to have a live segment in the morning celebrating Tri-County's Bank for their generosity in helping rebuild a community after disaster and in the midst of disaster. And then we're going to have 3 segments looking at critical issues here in Sacramento: job insecurity, food insecurity, and housing insecurity. And so plan to join us for the different live segments. You'll learn a lot. You'll be blessed because good things are happening because of the community, because of donors like you. So go now to bigdaysac.org, learn more about us, and prepare yourselves to join us for many more lives. And so thank you, Marta, for being a part of today. Thank you for sharing part of your story. And thank you to those that are watching. We know that you will make a difference. God bless you.